Adrienne Lahens, global. Is correct?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Adrienne Lahens, global head of content strategy and operations at TikTok. What's your job?
Yeah, absolutely. So I sit on the creative product team, and I have the opportunity and privilege to get to help build a lot of the products that support marketers to create content on TikTok, and also help creators to monetize and make a living on the platform as well.
Now we are at Cannes, and yesterday it was a great day. It was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, but that was not the great day now I'm talking about. It was about the launches of new innovations. But let's first talk about the ones you launched a bit before. TikTok Symphony.
Yes.
What's TikTok Symphony and how it helps to be more creative?
Yeah, absolutely. So at TikTok World in May, we announced a few new product innovations, one of them being Symphony. Symphony is our suite of AI creative tools, and under the Symphony umbrella, there are several different ways that you can leverage these tools to be able to create effectively on TikTok. So just to kind of take a step back and thinking about the problem that we're trying to solve with Symphony, as marketers, we need to be creating a high volume of content and a wide variety of content on the platform. And that can be really daunting to brands. Brands think that they're already creating a lot of content, but in fact, they need to be creating more, maybe 5 times more, maybe 10 times more, maybe 20 times more content than they're currently creating today in order to break through and in order to properly resonate on deep and emotive levels with the communities across TikTok. And that's something that's really amazing about the TikTok platform is there's so many different communities on TikTok, and the way to connect with those communities is to reach them through creators or working to produce content that is going to be able to reach those communities in a really authentic way. And so how do we create so much content on TikTok? One way, of course, is to partner with creators. Another way is to partner with creators maybe in an AI capacity or to leverage some of the AI tools that we have developed as well. So within the Symphony umbrella, we have a tool called Symphony Assistant. And this is a tool that allows you to interface with like a chatbot, essentially, where you can interface with it and get ideas, brainstorm new concept. You could generate scripts, and you could even produce those scripts through our tool called Creative Studio, Symphony Creative Studio. We also have a Symphony Ads integration as well to really optimize your existing assets. So those are some of the innovations that we brought to life just a month ago, and it's really aimed at helping both marketers as well as creators to scale their content and to be able to produce content in a way that will resonate with the communities on TikTok.
So it's also a kind of call to action for companies to produce more content, to overcome the moment to get into the field where they start to be relevant and to also get noticed.
Yeah, absolutely. Because on TikTok, for example, I'm a mom. I also love science content. I also love beauty content. So how, as a brand, are you going to reach me? Are you going to reach me as, a woman who lives in LA and of a certain age? No, you're going to reach me because I am a mom, and you're going to create content that is going to connect with me as a mother, or you're going to connect with me as someone who is really into science and technology, or you're going to connect with me because of fashion or beauty and being able to bring that to life in a really interesting way, right? Those are the type of content, because TikTok is a platform for discovery. It's a platform to really tap into different passion points and interests versus just reaching someone based on their demographics, which doesn't typically land.
Yeah, it's also, for me, it's a kind of my football homeland, also TikTok. There are many football, soccer videos that I like very much. But now TikTok One, this all-in-one creative platform with access to over 2 million creators.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have been investing in a number of creative solutions at TikTok for many years now. And we've built all of these different solutions like the TikTok Creator Marketplace, the TikTok Creative Exchange, the TikTok Creator Challenge, the TikTok Creative Center. We have all of these different tools and platforms. And what we've done is we've brought it all under one roof and made a really streamlined way for marketers and creators to be able to access all of our tools in one place in a really streamlined way with one single login. So that's the impetus behind TikTok One.
So what's your main advice for brands to connect with creators?
Yeah, so you can use a tool like TikTok One to access over 2 million creators globally, and you can discover creators. The great thing about this platform as well is it enables two-way discovery. So it's not just about being able to find a specific creator, maybe a creator that you already know you want to connect with, or maybe you use some of our search filters to find those creators and reach out to them in a direct way. We also have open applications that allows a brand to post an invitation to creators to then self-apply if they're interested in that particular campaign. And that's a great way for brands to discover creators that they might not have thought about for a campaign, or discover creators based on like nuanced criteria. Like, for example, if I'm looking to buy a car in the next month, but maybe I haven't talked about that on TikTok yet. So those are some of the ways that you can use those types of tools on TikTok.
And what's the deal then between the creators and the brands?
Yeah, great question. And that's another real advantage of TikTok One as an all-in-one platform. There's a lot of different ways that you can partner with creators. So you might partner with a creator in a fixed fee capacity. That's a really kind of standard way to work with a creator, where you can, decide what you're going to charge, what the creator's going to charge, what you're going to pay for the creator to produce a video, produce and post a video. But there's also other ways that you can work with creators. You can work with them in a paid by performance basis as well. And so that's an opportunity to have a creator send you an asset that you can run as an ad creative, and then the creator actually gets paid based on the performance of that asset as well. So there's all of these different ways to connect with and run different types of campaigns depending on what your goals and objectives are, and that can all be possible through TikTok One.
Do you have time here to participate at the creative shows?
The creative shows?
I mean, award shows, for example, be in the Palais?
Yes, I personally am not going to be participating in that because I've been super focused on all of the announcements that we're making with all of our products this week at TikTok. But some of our colleagues are going to be participating in that.
Okay, so let's keep going this interview. So now let's go to the innovations. You announced exclusively yesterday here in Cannes, at the day of my birthday, as mentioned before. Yeah, let's start. So what's the greatest one?
Yes, so one of the most exciting innovations that we announced here at Cannes is what we called Symphony Digital Avatars. And these are hyper-realistic representations of real people that help to breathe life into AI-generated branded content. So if you're producing a piece of content and it's AI-generated, before avatars, it might have just looked like kind of a video with a product in it and maybe some voiceover. But now with avatars, you can actually have a real looking person be able to deliver that message for you in a really effective way. And so we have two types of avatars. We have stock avatars, and you can kind of think of stock avatars similar to like stock images or stock videos, where brands of all sizes can use those stock avatars to be able to connect with audiences really on a global scale, because these avatars speak 30 different languages. So you can have the same avatar saying the same thing in all of these different languages and run a truly global campaign. You can also have custom avatars. Custom avatars are private avatars. They are much more controlled. So for example, if I'm a creator, I can create a custom avatar and I can use that avatar to be able to do things that I would never have been able to do before. So I have an avatar personally. I only speak English, but my avatar can speak Spanish and French and Korean and all these different languages.
Maybe Swiss German a day?
Yes, that's a great question. I believe we do have German as well. Yes, and we are also working on more and more dialects to continue to increase the globalization and the localization of these various avatars. We also have a tool called dubbing, and that is where you can take an existing asset and you can translate it into new languages. So rather than running like subtitles, you can actually have the person's lip syncing to saying the same content, but in the local language, which is a really powerful tool as well. And we've been working with our creator community really closely on these tools, and we've been getting great feedback from our creator community. O'Neill Thomas, he was on the ground here at Cannes. He did a fireside chat with his avatar to explain how the avatar works. He did that on Monday, and it was a really great session. We've also been talking about how you can use these avatars as creators to reduce the burnout, because there's so much work that goes into producing content as a creator. You have so much back and forth, and oftentimes you do a shoot and you send that video over to your client and the client says, you know what, you should have just changed 1 or 2 words. Well, now they have to go back, get ready again, do all the hair and makeup and do the shoot again. It's a very frustrating process, but with avatars, you can essentially create those prototypes well ahead of time, plug in the script, generate the video with the avatar, and either use that on the campaign or continue to tweak it until you get the message right with the brand without having to sort of go through the reshoot process again.
So a team of many of yourselves, if you want.
Yeah, what's really interesting about AI is it's almost making time a commodity in a sense.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Between crazy, scary, inspirational.
Well, yeah, it's a really great point that you raised. There's certainly a lot of excitement around all of these new tools. There's also, understandably, some anxiety about AI. I mean, this is a major technological shift that's happening across our industry, and the technology is moving maybe a bit faster than some of the business and economic models, and that's a really fair point. And so that's something that at TikTok we always put creators at the heart of our strategy. What our approach and philosophy with AI is to really blend the human creativity and the human imagination with the power of the AI technology. And I think that's the way it's going to be most successful. And in addition to the tools and technology that we announced at Cannes, we also announced a new program. It's called the Symphony Collective, and this is where we're bringing together leaders across our industry. We have CMOs from brands like EOS and Mondelez and State Farm and Wendy's. We have agency leaders across Dentsu and OMD and Tenuity, and we have creators like Drea Okiki, David Ma, Michelle Gonzalez, O'Neill Thomas, who I just mentioned earlier, all coming together, and it's really serving as a forum to have these types of conversations both at an industry level, but also to inform our product roadmap as well.
If I listen to you, I have the impression that brands are running even more behind these developments. So I think one way to fulfill this gap is creativity. So maybe to come to an end at Cannes Lions, creativity. So what's your message about creativity if you think now to all these new tools, these all new opportunities? So how companies should deal with that from this creative perspective?
Yeah, our message at Cannes this week is all about creative bravery. It's about having the freedom of expression as well as the experimentation to test a lot of new tools, new ways, and to be really brave in how you're interfacing with your consumers and with your audiences.
Adrienne, many thanks for this interview. It was very interesting.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.